I just got back from 2 comic and toy shows, so let's see what I found. Alright, I just got back from the show in Richland at the Shoreline Antiques Toy Show, a toy and comic and vintage show. And then I went to the Farpoint Toys Toy and Comic Show. And right in Maysland, they're about 10 minutes apart, same day. And then went to work and worked the floor of the store, ran a 2-hour one night while working the store. And it was a little bit chaotic, but we all made it through it, found some great books, did some great deals. So let's jump into what I found at Shoreline first. I picked up a couple books off of my buddy Hobby. And first book here. Usually I try to be around $2 to $3 on these Spider-Womans, but you know, $5 is too bad. Yeah, we ended up doing $10 for all 3 books, so you know, a little bit under $5. And it is first full appearance of Siren. So Daughter Banshee, it's a great little one of the better keys in that run. And of course, if I haven't said it already, if you're already following me here on Facebook and Instagram, I'm dropping daily content every single day. But I'll get more to that in the end. I like to try and say it at the beginning. And then I also picked up a Flash Gordon 37, which I did for my run, as I'm doing the Gordon and the Buck Rogers stuff. And then actually number 1 first print is Zelma, who is going to be in the Agatha Harkness show. That's a little spec book that'll go in my spec box. You know, maybe that book will get hot at some point. Who cares? And then I got off of Ben and Becky, who put on the show, Amazing Heroes 139, the Aliens issue. It's a great cover, newsstand there, and it's a pretty cool cover. And then I also picked up while I was there the I always want to call it Movie Maniacs, but it's like Movie Classics, something like that. It's the Bandai line. But this is the Burning Godzilla from that line. I think I know of every Bandai Burning Godzilla ever released, even like the glitter one or all that kind of the convention exclusives, cool stuff like that. I never loved this one, but it was $5 because I feel like the paint app looks really like flaky and cheap, and it doesn't follow up the dorsal plates on the head or on the tail mold. Actually, at first I thought it was a Franken figure because I thought this was a different tail mold, but it's just they never, you know, continue the paint apps on there. I don't know why. And again, it kind of looks cheapish, but I have it. And my buddy Tony had given me he was always looking out for Godzilla figures, and I appreciate him. I literally gave this to me, which was awesome. It's Zilla hand puppet, which is ridiculously stupid. I love it. I love this Godzilla 98 stuff. They did so much. They did like 10 different types of hand puppets. It's insane. They just pump stuff out. So I picked all that up at Shoreline. It was a great show there. And then I was there a little bit early. And I left a little bit early. And I ran over to Farpoint. Also got there a little bit early. First table went to my buddy Scott over at Play With This. Had the flyer to a show right or somewhere. The show is coming up in September. If you are in the area, this is great. I'll be there. I vended last time. I might vend again this time, probably. And it's a great show. If you're in the area, I highly recommend stopping and checking that out. So I get into the toys. I can put off that in a second. I'll jump into the comics. There was a table across from his that after I was kind of bullshitting with him for 20 so minutes, and I bought stuff off of him, but I left my stuff at his table and I beelined it because I saw a key across from the table. But I'll get into that last. After that, I actually made out really well because I bebopped around and I found a guy who was watching his buddy's table, and they were doing books $2 a piece or 3 for $5, and I was like, I'll see what I find. Usually I'm not in love with the $2 books because usually I find there's usually a lot of chud there, but I found some decent stuff, and actually really nice key. But we'll start. We got the Resident Evil #2 by Wildstorm. This is one of those things where those video game adaptations are always going to pick up, especially the low print runs. Wolverine Weapon X #1, the one you really want is like the black and white version of this. It's like an incentive. It's like 1 is 75, 1 is 100, something like that. That's an expensive book. And then I picked up some of the Boom Hellraisers. We got #4 and #5. Some of those can be pretty tough. And then the Fathom #0 covers is a great cover. And all that Turner stuff's getting hot. Like this Dynamic Forces 12 and 13. I don't know too much about these particular covers, but I figured for, the 3 of them are $5. Why not? They ended up spending $20 total with the guy. And I know I just did a short video on the fact that they're bringing back the Turniverse stuff, and they're doing live action, they're doing video games, all that stuff under the Avatar line. So that'll be really cool to see. So that's something to look forward to. And, you know, I post the short YouTube shorts all the time of, like, different comic news, stuff like that. That was one of them. And another thing I recently put up was a video, 5 comics the market has all wrong. Check that out next if you haven't already. This is one of them. Hulk number 2. This is actually Red Hulk's first appearance. He's not in that number 1. This is his first appearance. It's also first appearance to A-Bomb. So it's a cool double key there, and for, you know, a little bit over $1. Why not? And then this number 3 variant, because it was a cool cover. And it caught my eye. And then this Pizza Hut Superman 113. He's always loved the giveaway promotional books with the pizza on the back there. It's a bag of board. And I picked up a Jurassic Park number 1, still in the poly bag. Got the cards in the back there. So that was cool. But the key out there, and I was shocked it was still there, because by the time I got this guy's table, it was already half an hour deep in it. Again, I was still pretty early on the show. The show hadn't really started yet, but guys were showing up. And there was a decent amount of people there, so I'm surprised I got a chance to pull it out. But Saga Swamp Thing number 25, that Constantine cameo. This is a great issue. It's to the newsstand, and I was ecstatic to find it for literally like less than $2 is what it came out to be. So that was really cool. That was a great find. I don't know which copy's better, this one or my copy. So I'm going to AB them, and I might, depending on, I don't know where this book is at right now, but I might sell the lower grade copy, or maybe I'll keep them both. I don't know. But I was ecstatic to find it. That was my second best find of the day. And I'll get to my best one last. But save the best for last, of course. And then another guy had some dollar books at his table, so I picked up a Wolverine number 80. This is the X-23 issue where, like, there's like a test tube, X-23 or something like that, Wolverine clone thing. I know this was a hot book at some point. Who really cares? But for $1, it was the newsstand edition. And I know this is an era where newsstands kind of matter more so than before. So, you know, for $1, I was like, screw it, I'll buy it. And then another guy had, it was mostly toys at his table, but he had some books. Ended up being $5 for $4 books. So like $1.25 piece. Not too bad. And one of them was Bofo Laughs number 1, which sadly has that sticker on it, but I think I could get that off. But little do most people know, that is the first time a hologram is ever used on a comic. So a little gimmick comic history there. So that's really neat. That was just kind of cool to have. And then I got Star Wars Legacy number 0, first cover appearance of Darth Talon. This is a great issue there. It's a direct? Yeah, direct. That's what I figured. And then Waxworks number 1. I love this movie. I didn't know there was a comic adaptation of Waxworks. The more you know. So I picked it up, kind of impulse buy. Why not? Why the hell not? I got a bunch of horror comics, so it fits right in. And then Rip Hunter Time Master number 28. I didn't get a chance to really look at this one yet, because I just saw it and scooped it right up, because it was like literally $1.25. Why not? That's an awesome cover. I love that that art there. And then this one guy had $2 comics at his table, and so you know the Marvel Collector Cores, they were kind of like the loot crates back in the day. This is the Secret Wars number 1 edition, where it came with like a pop in the mail and some other like a hat and stuff like that, and pins and whatever. But it, you know, Secret Wars number 1 for $2. Why not? And then it's Revolution number 1, New York Comic Con exclusive, still sealed for $2. Why not? Again, there's rumors that there's gonna be a Transformers G.I. Joe crossover coming to films, possibly in the near future. And I know they had the Marvel issue prior, and there's the UK issue prior to that. But you know, this is something that's for $2. It's the New York Comic Con exclusive. Why not? And then also, I don't know if you guys saw, because by now the video is already up, but I did a short video about, there's a book called Void Rivals. And again, maybe this is more public knowledge by the time this comes out. But what a lot of people don't know is Void Rivals is actually secretly how Skybound are revamping G.I. Joe and Transformers. They're not telling anybody about it. It's not solicitations. You would never know. Go watch, I did short on it. Go watch that. But they only told a handful of like the bigger comic book like stores. They only told some of the bigger stores on phone. They wouldn't even send an email because it's so secretive. So a little bit of inside information there that may or not be more public by the time this video comes out. Probably not though, because unless you're on the comic store forums, you probably don't know about that. And then another guy had $2 books, ended up buying 3 books for $5 was the deal we landed on. So I got Thor 283, the only Thor issue I picked up today. As I'm working on the Thor run, as you may know if you follow the channel. So, it's pretty cool. Batman 311 is awesome return of Dr. Phosphorus cover. You can't go wrong with Dr. Phosphorus. And then Marvel Agent number 12, the great Secret Wars cover. I mean, that's awesome. Who doesn't love Secret Wars? And then I picked up off of my buddies over at Secret Origins a couple things. $5. Why the hell not? $5 for it's pop. The cards popped, but who cares? The book, 2 figures, $5. I couldn't leave that there. And then I probably overpaid for these horror magazines. Full honesty with you, and he wanted me to buy the box, and I think we were too far off on our numbers, which it happens. But we got Famous Monsters number 91. This awesome Frogs cover. It's a movie that I haven't reviewed yet, I don't think, but I'm definitely going to at some point because Frogs is awesome. Famous Monsters 64. This awesome cover. We've got World Famous Creatures. This is a series I always kind of forget about, but this is a great cover. It's got the mask cut out on the back, and it even has Ymir on the cover, which is pretty cool. But that was an awesome cover. And then we've got Monsters of the Movies number 7. This is a great, Van Helsing Dracula. What's it, House of Dracula? Horror Dracula on the cover. It's a shame there's this barcode stickers on there. I don't think I could remove that, but maybe. Probably not, though. I'm probably just going to leave it as is. And then number 6, this beautiful mummy cover. I mean, that is stellar cover right there. So, again, I probably overpaid. $5 a piece is really not where I want to be on these, but it wasn't too bad. And then before I get into the last bit of books, I did buy a couple figures off my buddy Scott over at Play With This, Toys and Collectibles, and I found some decent stuff. The Reptile from the Horror Closet is a great movie. I figured for $10, Migos, why not? And then I got this beautiful Grateful Dead reaction figure. That is just a stellar piece. That's it's awesome. It's gonna go right back behind me there, next to my carded Buck Rogers figure. And then some reaction Godzilla. We got the Rodan. I love the colorway on this. And this Mothra is pretty stellar with the egg in there. So I'll probably keep these. This one's unpunched too. But I'm probably going to keep these carded just because they're awesome. The card art's really nice. They're just pretty stellar. And then probably the best toy find was the American Werewolf from London figure for $15. He was doing everything there. It was half off sticker. And so it ended up being $15 for this guy. And look how awesome he is. I mean, it's kind of hard to see with the glare and all that, but he's awesome with the only reason I haven't bought this figure yet, he's about $30-$40 is what a lot of the NECA figures are these days. I need 4 of them, and Scott sadly only had the 1 at the time. But because if he had 4, I probably would have bought 4 at $15 piece, because that's the only reason I bought him at 40, because I really don't want to spend 44 times. But 15. That's not bad for a figure like this. So you'll probably see this pop up on my Instagram sometime soon. I'll probably do Tales from the Hunt post to wrap it up, kind of the show and stuff like that. So that was all the figures. And the last bit of comics I picked up was some pretty stellar buys. I mean, I'm super happy with it, at least. So we'll talk about... So across from Scott's booth, I left some... what I bought with Scott and stuff like that. And right as I turned around, I saw a pretty big key just sitting on top of a box, and I'm thinking all right, about 20 minutes deep into I since I got there, I was kind of shooting the shit with Scott, and I've seen plenty of people roll through. This guy's got to be out of his mind on the price, or just not it can't be that crazy of a deal, because someone else would have scooped it up by now. I was too late, and then he told me his price, and he basically had thrown in these other books too. Basically. So we'll get it. First of all, he had $1 on a bunch of Silver Age Supermans. And if you saw my last Chud video, this is the second weekend in a row I found Silver Age Supermans for $1. You can't go wrong. So I got, this awesome Jimmy Olsen here. We've got Superman 193. This is a great cover. This is the real Death of Superman. There we go. This great crypto cover. It's Superboy 110. And, it's one of the 6 where I almost don't mind if they're a little bit beat up. It was $1 a piece. Some of them are restapled. Actually, this one was restapled. First, Supremo was restapled. I don't even care. It's $1. I'm probably just going to read most of these anyway. Bag of boredom, throw them in a box. We got Superboy 123 there. We got a Boris Karloff issue. And we've got Superman Giant number 6. And again, $1 a piece. Why the hell not? Action Comics 378. I mean, the Devil's Partner. That's an awesome cover. Look at that. Look at that stellar book. We've got Action 365. Another beautiful cover there. We've got Action 360. This is Origin of Supergirl. That's a low grade copy, but Origin of Supergirl for $1. Ended up being less than $1. I'm basically throwing it in. All right. We got Action 382. It's great cover there. Superman 173. It's awesome Brainiac issue. We've got Superman 183. And I believe this is a reprint of the first appearance of Mr. Mxyzptlk. So that's pretty cool. So that worked out really well. But again, these were all basically thrown in because when I walked to the guy, he had a pretty nice book and he asked $50 on it. And he's like, I got some room. $40? Yeah, I'll do $40. And I was like, okay, cool. Let's see what else you have. So I'm paying $50 for everything, 13 books. Basically looking at it like I paid the $50 for the key and everything just got thrown in. So what I ended up getting was Green Lantern Green Arrow, number 85, the classic My Ward is a Junkie issue. Look at that stellar book. I already have a copy, but mine's beat to shit. So this is my upgrade. It's got, some minor issues. It's got that chip there at the bottom. But for $40, $50, how do you leave it there? And again, it was on top of the box, like displaying the fact that he had comics was this, So I was beyond ecstatic to pick that up. That was my find for the weekend, and it worked out pretty well. Special shout out to, of course, the Shoreline crew, Ben and Becky, Frank, and all of them, all the vendors there, all the buyers there that I saw, good friends of mine. My boy Tony, special shout out to him. Shout out to the 4 Point crew, my boy Scott, and everyone that set up, everybody that came by, everyone I saw, shook hands with, spent money with, didn't spend money with, Secure Origins, everybody. Shout out to everybody. Everyone that popped in on Whatnot today, or not today, this video's going up, but today I'm recording it. Shout out to you on Saturday. And we worked out pretty well. I found some cool stuff. I bought some figures. I bought, stuff I wasn't expecting to buy. Some pretty good finds. Got first at Constantine. That might be an upgrade. I definitely got an upgrade for my Green Lantern Green Arrow 85. It worked out pretty well. So if you enjoyed, give me a like. Drop a comment down below. What kind of videos you want to see next? Did you enjoy this? What was your favorite piece that I found in the haul? Let me know all that down in the comments below. And if you're not already, follow me here on Facebook and Instagram. For more daily content, I'm dropping stuff on YouTube every single day. I'm dropping, posts throughout the week on Instagram and Facebook. And I've got all kinds of stuff coming up. Also join the Facebook group Fandoms Unleashed for even more daily content, great discussions, and inside look comics, polls on upcoming videos, what you guys want to see, stuff like that, discussion about movies, whatever, comics you bought, whatever goes. So all that's going to be linked down in the description. Until next time, peace.